Brandon back to another episode of SexxxPerTease. Today's episode is it wrong to expect passionate sex from a hookup? A random hookup. Personally speaking, no. I feel like if the sex isn't passionate, I don't care if it's the first time we're having sex or the 100th time we're having sex, I expect passion. Like, I need kissing, making out, neck sucking, nipple play, oral, ass eating. Like, I'm not into guys that are like, oh, I don't do that, I don't do this, I don't do that. Like, that's a turn off to me. Like, I can't enjoy it. I'm not going to have sex with you again. It's like, even some of my best friends are like, oh, I don't kiss people when we first hook up. Like, that just makes no sense to me. Like, I need kissing, I need passion. When guys like, no, I don't want to kiss you. Like, that turns me off. And it's like, I've dealt with that shit in the past with like DL guys that are like, oh no, kissing's too gay for me. But I'm just like, that's so fucking stupid to me. It's like, if you're putting up walls and barriers, I can't really enjoy myself. Like, it's not fun for me. Like, yeah, I can still probably come and like get through it, but it's just kind of like a turn off. It's like, it's pretty much, I know like this is probably gonna be the last time we have sex. So I'm just like, what is the fun if I'm just hooking up with a guy that doesn't want to kiss me and doesn't want to eat my ass because it's like the first time. It's like, again, I spent all this time douching, cleaning out my ass, I shower, I brush my teeth, use mouthwash, like I have good hygiene. So I expect you to have good hygiene as well. So I'm just not really into the whole people are like, don't do this, don't do that, it's too soon, I do that later, I only do that in a relationship. Like, fuck that shit. Like, that's not fun for me. Like, if we're having sex with each other, the goal is to get the other person off, make them come, show them a good time. Like, that is what sex is about. It's not just being a selfish lover. Like, I don't want to do that because I'm not comfortable. It's like, yeah, you're allowed to not have things that you're comfortable with, but I also feel like there's certain things that are basic necessities when having sex. Like, kissing to me is basic. Like, nipple play, basic. Ass eating, oral sex, those are like basic requirements. The whole like, none of that is like a special big deal that like, oh no, I have to be in a relationship for that. Like, I can maybe understand like, you don't want to have raw sex the first time you meet someone, but then again, like most people don't even have that issue. Like, I just don't understand when people are like, don't want to fully invest or engage in the sexual encounter because they're like worried like, oh, I don't want to kiss you, they could have bad breath. It's like, you can tell when they have bad breath if you're talking to them. And it's like, if you realize they have bad breath, then just don't kiss them. But the whole like, I'm just not going to kiss you in case they have bad breath. It's like, you don't even know if they have bad breath. It's like, they could have had good hygiene, had a mint, chewed some gum, mouthwash, brushed their teeth, etc. Like, that's just stupid to me. Like, oh, their ass might not be clean. It's like, you still are going to stick your dick in there. So it's like, if you don't want to eat their ass, like, okay. I mean, I know I haven't wanted to eat every single guy I've hooked up with his ass, but it's also like, if you don't want to touch them in certain ways, it's like, why are you hooking up with them in the first place? Like, I mean, yeah, it's a random hookup, so you don't know what they're gonna be like when they show up, but it's also just like, if you notice something's off, like their ass stinks or looks dirty, then ew, it's just like, okay, I'm not gonna do that. And it's like, I'd rather just not hook up at all. And then it's like, if their dick smells bad, it's like, I don't want to suck it. Like, people should have respect for you to have good hygiene before they even come over. And it's like, if they don't have good hygiene, then just end the hookup. But I just feel like, I don't think there's anything wrong with expecting passionate sex, no matter who you're hooking up with or how often you've hooked up with, even if it's the first time you hooked up with. Like, and then you can like ask people what they're comfortable with, because it's good to like ask people like, are you into this? Like, that's what people always ask, what are you into? So like, that's your turn to give your answer, and if, hopefully they're going to be honest and tell you like, oh, I don't do this early on, so then you have the option to opt out and know that, oh, if you don't do this and I like that, then I don't want to hook up with you. And I feel like there's nothing wrong with that. Like, I would rather you tell me beforehand than when you get here and be like, oh, I don't kiss, or I don't do this, I don't do that, because that is the ultimate turn off, and definitely not a good way to get people to want to hook up with you again if you're not giving the hookup your all. But maybe that's just me. I'm a Scorpio. We're all about sex, pleasure, etc. So we like to go all in full force, make you come no matter what it takes. So that's just me. I expect passionate sex no matter what, and I hope anyone I hook up with knows that and is willing to give it their all to get me off. So thanks for joining me for this episode of SexxxPerTease.